Welcome back to Homeschool-ology. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you our adventures in San Antonio, Texas. So if you are new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I have a middle schooler all the way down to a preschooler. And on this channel I share all things secular homeschooling, motherhood, and during the summer months I've been sharing about our family travels. We are a large family who likes to travel and travel often, and so I'm sharing my tips and tricks to make it more enjoyable, all the good things like that. So, like I said, today's video is all about our trip to the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. So if that sounds good, stay tuned. Okay, so on our way home from our trip, we if you want to see like the whole trip, like everything we did, I have a video right here. I've already shared our Colorado leg, our adventures in Moab at Arches National Park, our adventures in the Zion area and Bryce Canyon, all of that. And today's video is going to be, you know, we're headed back home now, and we stopped in San Antonio for 2 days. Well, we got there like late one day, spent the day, and got up and left the next morning. And we went and saw the Alamo. I did this on a trip out west. We have a family ranch in Wyoming, so this is a trip I've been taking pretty much my whole life. Not every year, my whole life. This has been since we've had kids that we are going more often on this road trip. We used to fly when I was younger, but I did this road trip twice when I was younger, and the Alamo was one of the stops we made. And so I really wanted to take my kids there too because I remember enjoying it so very much. Funny thing about memories is that it was not, so the fort itself was very much what I remembered, but in my mind the fort was all alone. Like it was just, you know, in this area by itself. And if you do not know, it is like dead smack in the middle of San Antonio. Like there are buildings all the way around it. It is in the middle of the city, but it is really interesting and really neat. You do have to make reservations, and so our reservation was like just before lunch, I think. And I did reserve 2 audio things. No, I did 3. I did 3 audio things. For me and my older 2 daughters, because, you know, we're homeschoolers, so we try to make things interesting or educational. And so if I were to do it again, I would have gotten a listening device for all of my children and myself. My husband didn't want one, but I would have gotten 5 instead of 3 because I really didn't get to listen to much of any of it because my little 2 just thought it was like a little phone that you walked around with, and you entered the number and it would tell you, you know. So totally worth it. It was very well done. We learned so much from that thing. Even me, who didn't get to listen to all of it, I still learned a ton. And my big girls loved it, and my little kids just liked the idea of having the phone. It was only $9. I should have done it for everybody, but it was really neat, and they learned a lot. We did read about the Alamo, you know, what was the Alamo book on the way out there, and so they knew a little bit, and then they learned a lot while we were there, and then we picked up a few more books, which of course we haven't read yet, but we'll get around to. And if you can get there and visit, please get there and visit. It was really, really fun. The kids loved it. It was a great piece of history to learn about. Even if you're not from Texas, it's still really interesting history, and it just, you know, it's all American history, which is important to learn about, and we really enjoyed that. And then so I'm going to insert some video and pictures and stuff of the Alamo here, and then I'll meet you back here in a minute. Time on the Riverwalk that is in San Antonio, and it's like there's a river that goes through San Antonio, and you know the city's kind of built up a little bit, and then you can go down these steps that take you kind of down near the river edge, and then there's so much to do down there. There's places to eat and ice cream and you know, all kinds of things. There was like a mini putt-putt golf in this building, and like, so just all kinds of really fun things to do. And of course there is a river ride, and we chose to do that, and I'm so glad we did because the kids absolutely loved it. It was like a tour along the river that told you about the history and about the buildings and about all the things, and it was just we had a really great time. We had lunch in the mall there, which just was, you know, what it was. It is a nice size mall if that's something you enjoy doing when you're on vacation, is shopping. There was a lot of stuff there. And just, yeah, we just had a really good time just kind of being in the city and enjoying the city. It's beautiful. It was hot. We were very hot, but it's Texas. It's all hot there, everywhere, hot. It is a drier heat, which is better than like Louisiana, which I'll be talking about next week, where it was hot and muggy. That was bad. But yeah, so it was hot. Be prepared, bring the water. But it was really fun, and the Riverwalk is like a loop, and it's not a very long loop. I don't know exactly how long it is. So we you know, I think we ended up doing it like twice during the day, and then once right before bedtime to kind of get everybody worn out for bedtime. And it was just a nice evening. And yeah, we really enjoyed San Antonio. So if you get a chance, I hope you will check it out. It was worth seeing. I'm going to insert a video here of us on the riverboat and some pictures from that. And then that is all I have for you guys today. So why are they just resting? I don't know. That's just part of his skin.
But the reason why it is the most famous of the 5 missions is because the Battle of Alamo happened. And now, when the battle happened, there was 189 Texan soldiers. All 189 of them died. Not one of them lived. They killed roughly 7,500 plus Mexican soldiers in the battle. So that was a big W for Texas and a big loss for Santa Anna's army. Like I said, everybody died. Women, children got captured. Other than that, yeah. Now, do y'all know who Davy Crockett is? Yeah? Okay, for the folks that don't know, Davy Crockett was one of the most famous soldiers who did die in the Battle of Alamo. Now there's
Brecken, disco dance again. Do what you were doing. No, dance in place. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed a little sneak peek at our adventure in San Antonio. We had a really great time. We really enjoyed it. If you're in the area, check it out. It's totally worth it. Remember that this month I am sharing the rest of our adventures. Well, there's only one more week. Next week is going to be my last video on our adventures from the road trip. I have one more stop to talk about, which is in Louisiana, and then we were home again. So So for this Monday and next Monday, I'll be sharing some of our family adventures while traveling. Of course, I'm always available to answer any questions you have about traveling as a family, with small kids, with a large family, and all that good stuff. And then of course, Wednesdays, I share homeschool content. The month of August, I've also had a video pretty much every Friday where I'm talking about either homeschool content or family travel. So make sure that you've hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you see when these new videos are coming out. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up and all the videos you watch here on YouTube. It really does help the people who make content for you guys to let them know what you like, to help, you know, YouTube algorithms and all that stuff. So it's something free that you can do to support us here on YouTube. And I think that is all I have for you guys today. So I will talk to you guys again real soon. Bye.